1 2 times. So no. So wait. So I'm getting I'm getting a little excited, but all I'm trying to say, guys, is that there are infinitely many solutions. You can fit in many solutions with real numbers to really say that this is 9. So whenever you have infinitely many solutions that you can give, that's what it equals. It equals to R. Okay, now I know I keep on giving different examples, but I don't want to confuse you as well. Because sometimes explaining something to you, even I get confused. And then when you will get confused, then it's not going to make sense to you either. So try not to get puzzled. But anyways, so these are the two examples that I had taken. So if you're someone who's still puzzled about infinite sets, don't worry. Don't worry. All the theory that I'm teaching you right now is the only theory that you will need ahead. I'm not leaving anything else out. I'm just doing it in a very simpler way. So that if you're someone who hates math or is weak in math or you are scared of math, then even you can understand. And if there's someone who is already really good in maths or finds math interesting, math fun, the thing with you is you'll find it more relaxing, more soothing. You'll be like, it's making sense. I'm able to revise everything. So now what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to talk about equal sets. Okay, so what are equal sets, guys? So equal sets, are the funniest type of sets. Now the reason why I say they are the funniest type of sets is because many people really get confused, with what equal sets are, but I will really get that. Okay, so now listen very carefully, guys. Listen very carefully, okay? Now if two sets, okay, if two sets contain the same element, okay, the same elements, they are equal. Okay, they are equal. Okay, just remember this, they are equal. Okay, so if two sets contain the same elements, they are equal. Let's do an example. So 1 2 A is equal to 1 2, B is equal to 1 2. Okay, yeah, so remember, if two sets contain the same element, okay, they are equal. Okay, so these are both equal. But if A has 1 2 and B say has 1 3, or maybe say 2 3 also, like this, then no, they are not equal. They are not equal. Okay, that's what you have to remember. Then they are not equal. So just keep this in your mind. Keep this in your mind. So now we're going to move on to something else now. Now we're going to move on to something else very important, and that is equivalent sets. So equivalent sets. Now, now have I spelled equivalent properly? Let's see. Yes, perfect. Okay. So now if two sets contain, now guys, listen carefully. if two sets, okay, contain the same number of elements, they are equal. Now I hope you can really see this. I hope you can see this. Yes, perfect. It's absolutely no problem. Okay. So if two sets contain the same number of elements, they are equal. Over there it was the same elements. Here, same elements, they are equal. But if two sets contain the same number of elements, they are equal. Yeah, right. They are not equal. They are equivalent. That's what you have to remember. Now you see, because I've written everything down, even I can get very lackluster, and I could have just said equal and I could have let it pass. But even I'm being very alert in trying to teach you. So you should also stay alert. Guys, the number of elements. Okay, so the same number of elements, not the same element, the same number of elements. So it means that if set A is 1, 2 and set B is 2, 3, because they are the same number of elements, they need not be equal, but they are equivalent. Okay, they need not be equal, but they are equivalent. Now if you are still confused, I can just get your confusion away. But before I erase this, let me just say this. Say A is 1, 2, okay, and B is, say, maybe 3, 4 here. Okay, A is 1, 2, B is 3, 4. So what's going to happen here? They need not be equal, but they are equivalent. They may not, they are not equal because they don't have the same elements, but they have the same number of elements. This is also a singleton set, this is also a singleton set, because both are the same number of elements. So that is why they are equivalent. So that's what you have to understand at this point. There's nothing else that you need to know at this point. There's nothing else at the basic level. There's nothing else at the basic level that you need to know at this point. Nothing else. Even if there is anything, even if I tell you that, you're not going to learn that, in school. So it's not going to help. It's only going to help college students, But I am trying to focus on non-collegiate students first, So, anyways. But anyways, like I said, I hope you completed the formalities. There's no need for me to repeat myself unnecessarily. So I hope you know what I meant. If you did not, then I think you should try and become more articulate. But anyways, so now we are going to move to something even more complicated. Now this is going up a notch, guys. This is going up a notch. So you have to listen more carefully. So we're going to talk about now subsets. So I know in that video where we unexpectedly blanked out. We unexpectedly blanked out. Don't worry. I'll come to that later. But let's talk about subsets. So subsets are very a little confusing. So what is it? Okay, so let's assume, guys. Let's assume set A and set B, set A and set B have have, or like I said, you can write contain if you want. Have the elements, the have the elements you know of the elements A subset B. So this, guys, is the symbol for subset, where A subset B and B subset A, then B, then B subset A. Okay? Then what happens? Then A is equal to B. So this is something that you should understand. So in subsets, if A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A, that means A and B are equal. So if A and B are not subsets of each other, then they are not equal. Okay? So now what we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to explain something to you, or let me just tell you first, and then I'll explain. If even one element is not common in both sets, then A is not a complement of B and B is not a complement of A, which means that A is not equal to B. Okay? A is not equal to B. Okay? That's what it is. Now don't worry, I'm going to just write that down. But guys, I need you to copy this down. I know I already said this, but reason why here I am repeating myself, although I promise I wouldn't. This is very, very, very important. If you didn't write anything else down so far, it doesn't really matter. But if you don't write this down, oh my God, you would probably regret it for the rest of your life. So you better write this down. This is hell important. Not because I said it, but subsets is very important. Do it for yourself, don't do it for me. I hope you've written this down, so now I'm going to, I'm not gonna emphasize what I did again.